Hey everyone, Happy New Year. How are we all doing? Welcome to Myles Dyer Live. I'm Myles Dyer, where every week, almost every week, to be honest, it is Wednesday the 14th of January 2026, and it's my first live stream of 2026, so it feels good to be back. I want to say a massive thank you for everyone bearing with me while I took some truly needed time off. I was off work all of last week. My colleagues told me, Myles, there's no debate with this. You have to take a week off. So I did. And then I was considering doing a live stream, even without parole. I spoke to Brian for Friday, and I said, dude, I'm completely disconnecting this week. And I really felt the benefits of it. So I hope you all have had a wonderful start to the New Year's. I want to say also a massive thank you to everyone who tuned in to the last live stream of 2026 where we did the quiz. I thought it was a really good time. It was really good fun. The quiz is still online with timestamps, so if you haven't checked it out, it's episode 217. So you can go through it and all the answers are at the end, and that's really, really good. But yeah, I hope you are all doing well. Firstly, let's just go into the chat and say hello to a few people, and also let's just get some nice background music as we do this. I want to say hello to Shapeshifter, the Anomaly Game Cat. How are you doing? Good to see you here. Good. Hello, Callie Timecat. Good to see you here. Sheeby. See, this is the thing. It's all the usernames now have just gone right, but I know who you are. Hey, Samson. I hope you're doing good. Popsicle, let's go. How are you all doing? Let's drink. Can drink if you want. I did do a little live stream on Instagram Live while I was on a mini vacation. I went to Brussels in Belgium, which was fun. And on my last night, I went to a pub that had 2,000 different beers, and they sold these like meter boards of beer. And Apple Maps told me they closed at 3 a.m, but it turned out they closed at they closed at 11 p.m, which meant I think I overstayed a little bit, but I was there in 45 minutes, and I just ordered this like meter board of beer. And for those that don't know, they're basically half pints. Is this going to let me send it? It says it failed. So it was like a taster board of different beer, and so yeah, I went for it pretty quickly, and there we go. And there's a green one. Can you see that green one sort of in the middle there? That green one is actually fermented from cactus. Can you believe it? So I had 7 out of 10 of them in the 50 minutes I was there, and I was on Instagram Live, which was fun. So yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/Myles Dyer official. It is honestly the social media platform I probably post most on in terms of stories. X I use quite a bit, but it's normally when talking about VR. I don't really engage in the politics like I used to, although, my goodness, the only stuff I was engaged with on social media during my time off was tuning into the news, and I mean, that's a whole other story. How did it taste, the cactus one? When I was tasting it, I was like, this tastes like... It tastes like I was gonna say maybe like medicine, but like it had a sweet taste to it. It was kind of cool. I was pretty impressed with it. Agramonia, hello, how you doing? Gebhardt, I'm mad vegan. I'm glad. See, I know from the icons, but I need to check in. Malkaya, good to see you here. Hello, how's everyone doing? Did you all have a good end of the year, and are you having a good start to the new year? I mean, this is what we're going to be talking about today. Is I'm slowly getting back, and by the way, big credit for this. Did I feel like a prick with the cactus one? I didn't hear the drums. Rim shot. Yeah, cactus beer. It was cool. It was cool. Yeah, I was definitely thinking about live streaming games, PSVR 2 games this week, but I actually woke up on Monday morning, first day back at work, with sniffles, sore throat, you know, one of those dirty ones, like not painful, just gross. Green tea and honey, I always swear by it. Whenever I see friends online saying that they're feeling unwell, green tea, honey, dash of lemon, always makes you feel better. So I've been nursing that. I've just got so many sniffles. So the plan is It's going to be a nice chill first live stream of the week with you guys. Good to reconnect. Happy to do Q&A, so if anyone has any questions to me, feel free to ask. I won't do it as anything like in the official capacity. You don't have to put a Q. We'll just have this as a conversation. A 90 native backlog GameCat celebrates 15 months of membership. Awesome beers in Belgium, my favourite ones. Great Abbeys. Thank you very much for the constant support, and honestly, to everyone who is here and does become a member, I really, really appreciate you. You can become a member for as little, I think it's like $2 a month, is it? And it just means you unlock emojis, and it just supports me. A nice little amount, and yeah, always grateful for the support. So yeah, we'll have a chill one. Oh, and you're drinking Belgian beer as we speak. There we go. So yeah, I am going to be doing this. I am going to be on Without Pro on Friday, unless plans change with Brian, but the plan is that I'm going to be on it. And then next week, I'm actually off work again. Impact Reality that I work at, they do Appreciation Week, where they shut down company-wide, which I definitely need, because I was so burnt out by the end of last year. I know many of you were aware of it. And Agramona, oh, you live in Belgium. That's cool. Yeah, dude, Brussels was good. I actually have a lot of cool videos and photos that I need to sort through. I'm going to do it as an Instagram reel, but maybe I could show it on... I haven't gone through it yet on next week's stream. But, yeah, next week I'll be off for the week. Going to be getting a lot of rest. Do some flotation tanks, meditation, get back to the gym. And then I'll start doing some PSVR 2 Let's Plays again. And get back on that horse, right? So I'm feeling very positive about 2026, but I will say there are a lot of things that I find very concerning. There's a lot of things that are obviously a real shame. This week, unfortunately, I think it was yesterday, we saw we saw a lot of cuts in Meta Quest. And Meta shut down 3 VR studios. It looks like they're pivoting away from virtual reality and the metaverse to more AI products, but they are still involved in VR. But it was Twisted Pixel, the studio behind Deadpool VR, the Resident Evil 4 VR developer Armature Studio, and the Sanzura Games, who did Asgard's Wrath. This has been my first day really of sort of getting back into the flow of stuff, and I just want to send my love out to everyone who has been affected by it. And once I start getting more active on social media again, like there are people that can amplify and things like that, But people are obviously going to be asking me, am I worried, like working in the VR space? Am I worried about my job or the situation with everything? All I would say is, and to be honest, I have someone on my team who, when they were first coming on board and wanted to join, and you do that final thing in an interview. Do you have any final questions? And one of the things they asked me was, how do I feel about working in this industry? Does it feel secure? And I was very honest, and I went, nothing is secure at the moment. We're in like the most disruptive time when it comes to industries. When we look at what's happening with AI, when we look at the cost of living crises that are happening, all the political turmoil that's happening around the world, it's not easy. And VR gaming is going through a massive realignment. And what we're doing at Impact Reality and Flat to VR Studios is we are paving the way to hopefully get through this turbulent moment. But there are no guarantees. There's no guarantees in your own strategy. You obviously plan ahead and do the best you can. But there's no guarantees in terms of how the markets are. We work on games that we believe in and we love, but there's never a guarantee that they're going to sell well. So my feeling about this year is it's going to be a challenging year, but we have some pretty amazing plans. We have some great releases coming this year that we're very excited about. I was actually on a meeting today with leadership at Impact Reality where we were just going through like the plans for the year, and we've got projects that we haven't even announced yet that are next level. Really excited to talk about them and stuff. But yeah, that's what I say. And then on a personal note, and to be honest, when I was thinking about like what the topics could be for today's episode, do you know what one of the topics was going to be? it was going to be America. How do I feel about America? Do I want to travel to America? Because Game Cats will know that in April is the Game Cat meetup, where we all meet up every year in the States. The last 2 years it was in PAX East. Last year it was in May, because PAX East moved from March. The year before it was in March. This year's in April, and it's in Las Vegas, which awesome. I haven't been there in like 15 years. But what I'm seeing happening in America at the moment is beyond harrowing. And when I talk about that, I'm talking about the violence that's been committed against American citizens, even people that aren't American citizens, the violence of ICE agents and stuff like that. It's pretty scary. And as someone who has talked a lot about politics online in the past, there is new policy being put through. I don't think if it's gone through completely yet, but basically when you're at the border, they can have access to all your socials and they can use that to judge you, you know. And I've been critical of the American government. I've actually been critical of the American government the last 15, 20 years in various ways, as I am critical about my own government. And so I've been very critical of the Trump administration, Biden administration, Obama administration, Bush administration a little bit, but that was like when I was first like getting in tune with politics and I was sort of growing up. And ICE even arrested someone from the UK. Is that okay? And were they visiting? I'd be curious to hear that. So, you know, I don't want to be one of those killjoys. Like, I don't want to be like, everyone was here, but Myles was too scared to. But I am going to have a conversation with Brian this week about it, because a lot can change between now and April. I want to come, and it's probably going to be fine, but I am just pretty depressed with the state of America right now. And that all comes from a place of love. I have loved America, and I still love America now. The American people are great, but at the end of the day, it's not the American people per se that will be checking me at the border, that could be masked and coming out of cars and stuff like that. So, you know, that's a conversation for another time, but I just wanted to say that is something that's definitely been on my mind. And I think that what's happening with Greenland being threatened, it's on our doorstep here in the UK. It's pretty wild indeed. But with all that said, what I wanted to talk today about was new year, new me, new you, new everyone, right? And we do this a lot every year on this show. It's a new year. We could just talk about like New Year's resolutions. But what I wanted to talk about today in particular was just how do people feel or want to feel about 2026? And I was also curious to know, how do you set things out for the new year? Like, do you do New Year's resolutions or do you do something else? So a couple of examples that I'm going to go through. I'm going to answer some of your questions in a moment. Keep them coming through. But a colleague of mine, Natasha, who works at Impact Reality, she has an amazing thing that I'd never really seen before. And it's a bingo card. And so what you do is you have this bingo grid, and then on every square, you write a goal for the year. So for me, thinking about this year and what I could be doing, one of the goals could be invest X amount of pounds or dollars every month into an investment fund. It could be go to the gym every week. If I miss more than 2 sessions in a row, I cancel my gym membership. It could be meditate every other day. All these kind of things, like small goals that you can then look back on. And I always talk about, it's not about to-do lists, it's about done lists. So at the end of the year, you can tick off and like, oh, look at all the things that I've done. I like that. I think that's a great idea. But the other thing is, like, I often have a list of, 5 goals for the year. And I was watching a video online that was going through the 5 characteristics of setting a goal, like personal goals. And I could start with that, actually. I said we were going to go through questions first, but let me just... and yeah, healthy routine is key. It's absolutely key. And it's about not trying to do everything all at once. I always regard life as like spinning plates. You know, there's people that spin plates. There's all these things that you want to do. But I always find that healthy eating, spin that plate. Go to the gym, spin that plate. Go out walking every day, spin that plate. Meditate. Oh, now the healthy eating plate is... I started dropping that, okay? And now the meditate. And I find that as you start doing like 3 things, something else might slip. And it's all about like not beating yourself up about it, right? Another thing on my bingo card would be, you know, have a guest on the show every month. I want to try and do it weekly. I don't think that is going to happen, but it could happen. It was a nice way to end the year last year, especially. But let me dig up a notepad. I'm trying not to sniff too much, guys. Sorry, my nose is just so blocked. But I look better, right? Do I look refreshed? I feel refreshed. I don't feel completely there yet. I definitely feel I need another week off, and I'm looking forward to that. But I definitely feel the benefits of just like switching off for a week. It's amazing what difference a week could make. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. freeonlineboard.com. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Right, we got. Okay, I got a whiteboard here, but the thing with this is, can I choose? Oh, there we go. I can make it. How do I? Oh no, I can't change the settings. You just take as much time off playing games and getting trophies as you need. That's hilarious. Do you know I've still got the blisters from Smash Drums, like the marks, and Smash Drums have just released their career mode. Right, here we are. Nice. I can't change the color without logging in. So anyway, here we go. Right. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, God, this is going to be terrible to do. Here we go. Personal goals. Okay. So, personal goals, everyone. If you're setting yourself personal goals, there are 5 things they need to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, oh, and by the way, any conversations about backlog on Impact Inc. socials today, we put the question out. Or was it? No, it was on Impact Reality. It's like, what is on your backlog? Definitely share yours on there. So, firstly, right, if you're setting yourself a personal goal, the first important thing is it needs to be specific. Oh my God, that is terrible writing. Doesn't even look like real words. Specific. If you're setting yourself a goal, my goal could be this year, I want to lose weight. What does that even mean? This year, I want to invest money. I want to save money. This year, I want to go walking. Like, how long is a piece of string? This year, I want to go walking 3 times a week. This week, or this year, I want to lose 20 pounds. This year, I want to save £5,000, $5,000, whatever it is. So be specific, okay? Right. Secondly, do you know what? I'm not doing. There we go. This is way better. This is way better. Okay. There we go. Here we go. Oh wow. Let's put this down a bit. Well, it's not even on the lines. Right. Personal goals. What must they be? So, as I said, firstly, they must be specific. This is much better. Okay. Secondly, they must be measurable. So, are you actually able to measure what you're doing? So it might be, yeah, it's something I could record. I wanna walk 2 times a week. Well, you can measure that. Every week I can check. Yep, I've walked one day this week. I've walked 2 days this week. Same with weight. Third is it has to have a time limit. I need to work out the guy that did the talk about this. Let me see if I've got it on here. His name was... Oh, I don't have it on here anymore. It has to have a time limit. Because you could be saying, I want to save this amount of money. You'd be like, I want to save $10,000. Okay. Over 10 years? Yeah, that's pretty achievable. Over a week? No. Over a year? That's going to be a challenge, but you could go for it. So, has to be specific. You need to know exactly what the goal is. It has to be measurable. Has to have a time limit. The fourth one is it has to be yours. Has to be your goal. And why is that? Because it has to be something you're in control in. It could be, and the example I've heard is, it could be, my goal is to lose weight because my wife wants me to. Well, that's not it. Like, I want to save this amount of money because my friend says I should do it. No, it has to be like self-empowerment. It has to be because it comes from you. It has to be your goal. And then the fifth and final one is it has to be in writing. And it's because you always get people that go, I've got a plan, I've got a goal. I know what it is like. I know what it's specific, it's measurable. I want to walk 2 times a week for the whole year. I know it's in here. But have you actually got it in writing? Are you actually going to be ticking it off so you can actually see? For me, one of my goals this year is to become more financially responsible. The reason I'm not giving you something specific is because I'm obviously not going to share that online. But I have some specific goals with my finances. And it means that every month I put 30 minutes away for me to go to that spreadsheet and I can look at all the figures and I can then benchmark it and measure against it and see that how I'm doing. So, yeah, be specific, be measurable, make sure it has a time limit, make sure it's yours, and make sure it's in writing. It's very, very important. What does everyone here do when it comes to goals? Does anyone here set New Year's resolutions or that? You're well behind a year. Or every day is another chance to get back on with things. Killer Artist says, I am well on my way to my fitness goal. I bought a Spartan Trifecta pass to motivate me and I want to lose 20 pounds and I am down 6 pounds already. That's amazing. What is a Spartan Trifecta pass? Is that like an online gym thing? Or... And that's exactly it, Callie. You need to write it as a contract with yourself. Agramonia says, it is still 2020, right? Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't have to be New Year's resolutions. See, I'm not someone for New Year's resolutions because I think it's too much pressure because it's like... Because a lot of New Year's resolutions are like, it's the 1st of January. I had such a bad back at the start of the year. It was not good. I was not happy. But I do feel fresh. Actually, do you know what? I saw a video on YouTube of someone saying like what they do at the start. Like, what do you do on New Year's Eve? I can't remember what the 2 things were, but one of them... Actually, I think one of them was just like clean the house, like do housework. But the second thing was he goes through his wardrobe and he just takes half the clothes to the charity shop. And that's what I did. I went through all my cupboards, the amount of shirts that I've got that I was like, I barely wear these. And charity shops, I was actually looking this up. I had like loads of shirts that are just like, they're so worn away on the patterns and that. Like, they don't look great. There are some charity shops that do accept them because the material is still useful. They can be sold for money elsewhere and stuff like that. And it was actually great. I threw away so much, and now my wardrobes, it's like I'm not trying to cram everything in. It's like I keep just rotating around, all these shirts when these ones down here I never use. That is no longer a problem. And I've now actually got my shirts categorized. I have a drawer of shirts now, t-shirts, that is all like VR games, like merch from games, which is for like my live streaming, my Let's Plays. So now when I do Let's Plays, I can pull that drawer out and go, what am I wearing today to wear on camera? Awesome. Super, super cool. Okay, Kilata says it's a 3 race pass, a sprint 5k, a super 10k, and a beast 15k with obstacles through that get tighter with each tier. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty hardcore. I need to get to that. Corey says, I don't do New Year's resolution, but I do actually think small changes are big. Don't forget that set tiny goals that come big. It's all about compound. Do you know, like, the number one thing that I was like, I'm very late to the game when it comes to finance and like investments, and I wish I'd learned these things like 15 years ago. But there's never a better time than today. And to be honest, I've been doing it for about half a year now. But the way that you make money is you invest. And you invest the interest back in again, so it's compound interest. It just builds again and again, and it's just a long-term thing. And when you invest money, you're basically giving a present to your future self. Towards the end of last year, I was ordering so much food every week, and I haven't gone through the figures yet, but I bet you it's hundreds of dollars that I could have saved. And actually, having just got my tax bill, man, it's a big tax bill. So I'm literally not spending any money. I was going to go to Romania on my week off next week. It's not happening now. Shapeshifter says, I've got a drawer full of shirts from obscure metal bands. That's awesome. By the way, I'm wearing this from a metal band. It is from my best friend's band, One Last Day. So yeah, check him out. Tell him I sent you. One Last Day. He got it. It was one half of the Christmas gift he got me, which was a very good Christmas gift. That's investment. He knew it'd be good marketing for moments like this. Actually, another friend of mine bought me some mindfulness painting by numbers, which I'm definitely going to be trying next week. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah. You want to be able to eat 10 hot dogs in under 3 minutes. Now, are you going to do it the professional way, where you don't chew, you just... I just remember being at an airport in America once, and they had like the international or the national hot dog eating championships, and they literally had, at bottom of the screen, the hot dogs per minute counter. I don't really want to look this up. Hot dog eating contest. They eat like 40 hot dogs, right? They just don't even chew. They just swallow them in whole. Once the contest is over, do they just vomit it up? They vomit it up, right? They don't keep it down there. Mad Vegan says, I've been logging my finances for years, but this year I finally split it up between necessities and wants and have a goal of having 6 months of necessity costs in the bank. Dude, much love to you. That is exactly it. Basically, the first thing is you want to basically find out how much do you need to live off. Because, look, we've all been there with finance, right? You get paid and you get that rush of like, yes, payday, I can pay all these bills. And then you live the month and then you're getting towards the end, you're like, oh my God, if I don't get, like for me as a contractor, I don't always get paid on the exact same day. So it could be sometimes like, oh no, haven't been paid yet, and these bills. Whereas if you have enough for a few months, it takes that stress. So it means I've got that in the bank now, and it means I can pay my bills and I've got enough to live off for that following month until I get paid again, and then it can go back in. It's great because most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Once you have, and you've done 6 months, 6 months is amazing. Once you've done like 2 to 3 months, you can start then investing that same amount of money that you'd put in the emergency fund into investments. Cool. Definitely, yeah, they've got a really great song. Let me find it. I'll put a link on the video. I've just seen that Marvel's put the Doomsday Clock on their channel. Yeah, Echoes is the song. So Hugh has been on my channel before. He's actually the singer. He was the guitarist in Schemata Theory, wrote the music. But yeah. So yeah, check that out. Check that out. What else was I going to say about finance? No. I was going to be looking up... Okay, so... Is this the template? Let's find out. Okay. Oh, these are cool. Let's have a look at some of these examples. So some people go full out. Oh my god, look at this. How do you... I don't know how you do it. Do you have to actually log in? There we go. Ha! There we go. Turn 21. I love that that's a goal. Sew a quilt. Memorize a full song. Sunrise hike. I love this. I think this is such a cool way of doing it. Surf a wave. Community service. That's a good one. Take a voice lessons. Do you know what? Taking vocal lessons is something I probably would want to put on my list this year. I want to learn to sing. There you go. Learn Canva or such. That's great. Take a walk every day for a month. See, I love that. That's great. Because it's not like take a walk every day for the year. It's just do it for a month. There's two reasons that's great as a goal, in my opinion. One is you do it for the first month and then it becomes a habit. Maybe it becomes a habit where, okay, you do it every other day for a month. That's still great. I've been going for walks every day. Today I didn't do it, and it's too late for me to do it now. But that's fine. It's like, don't let perfect be the enemy of the good. I'll go for a walk tomorrow. You know, most of the times we just don't even bother at all because we set things that are unachievable. So I think that's great. The other good reason by it is if you get to December or November and you haven't done it yet, and that's like one of the last things you haven't done, you then have even more motivation to do it because you're like, I haven't done it yet. November's going to be it. Oh, I didn't quite do it. December. I love it. Quit vaping. 1 month of daily affirmations. 10 minutes of yoga every day for a month. I love a lot of these. Pottery. Oh, yeah, this is great. 15 pull-ups. Oh, yeah, so like do number of press-ups or something. Another goal is to buy a PC and start designing my VR game I started years ago in dreams on PC. Oh, this is great. What is Canva? Canva is a graphics editing software, but it's like it's online. It's on desktop. It's free. I use it for I use it for my thumbnails. So yeah, look, you have more simple ones, so you can get some templates online. But this is great. There you go. Donate blood. I was expecting to see that somewhere. These are great. Yeah, and a lot of the ones I see in the middle, they have like the date in the middle. Birthday in another place. I love that. 3 tattoos. Read 10 books. 10k in savings. Good skin. Travel alone. Quality time alone. Take more photos. Okay, one of them this year. So I'm already thinking about this. One of them is... well, one of mine is going to be to smash 50,000 subscribers. Because I hit 50,000 subscribers 12 years ago, and I've been trailing away from it forever. And like the truth is, once I hit 50,000 subscribers, I'm going to way overshoot it. But it is just a meaningful goal. But take more photos reminds me of a goal. I want to do one of those, like, you know, the books you send off? I have so many photos and videos on my phone that I never use. I want to send it off to one of those companies where they print it, so I have a book for the year. And I should start going backwards and doing them for every year. Try dating. Job in my field, confidence in speaking English, mental health. So some of them are very broad. Buy a car, try new things, be more social. I think, like, be more social, you know, I hate to be that one, but, like, I think you need to be, say, more specific. Because be more social, you know, like, I'm not criticising, like, you got to do what works for you, but a part of me is like, see a friend every weekend for a month, hoping that that then becomes something. Photo box. Okay, photo box, all right. I might try that. That's cool. This is really cool. This is really, really cool. So, yeah, this is definitely something I'm going to do. I'm going to do this this week. I think that's really, really cool. Are there any other ways people like to set goals for the new year? Actually, another goal would be catch up with all PSVR 2 titles. See, I'm already thinking of them. Do you know what? Let's see if there's a template. Oh, here we go. Oh, of course they have them on Canva. Okay. This is cool. Corey says, I live in the US and it's hard to eat healthy when everything is not good. I try to find healthy snacks and hard to eat more veggies, not in a lab. My goal is to eat clean and work more often than I do. It's good. So what I would do is I would write down what do you currently do and what does not more often than I do. What does that look like? And it's and that will help you achieve it, because it becomes more tangible. Like setting goals. Guys, I've just got to blow my nose, but I'm not going to do it on camera because it's going to be gross. So I'm just going to do a quick fire break. 1 second. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that this year. I know one. Do you know another goal on my bingo card is, this is a very personal one, and I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to be like seeming like I'm shaming anyone. But I've definitely fallen in the trap over many years. But I think it got quite bad last year, where I have friends I know who need help with money, and I give them money to help, and then they ask for more. And you know, if it was one friend, it'd probably be manageable, but I do it with a lot of people that I know, and I'm totally like fine, but I look back and go, shit, I spent a lot of money just giving it away. And it's a hard thing in this day and age because you want to help people, but I do think that in some ways it was coming as a detriment to me. It's that whole thing of like, you can't pour from an empty cup, and unfortunately, as heartless as some people might feel, that also counts with finances. If you don't take care of yourself, it's harder to take care of other people. So that is definitely something I'm going to be thinking about. Do veggies on pizza count? Well, you say that. I will never forget when America, pizza is a vegetable in the US. Is pizza a vegetable? Well, Congress says so. They have affirmed that pizza is a vegetable, yes. The tomato sauce on pizza is enough for American politicians to define it and allow it to be served as a vegetable in school lunch programs across the UK. There you go. So, pizza is one of your 5 a day. Oh! So, you know, I was talking about like how much I was ordering food at the end of last year. Classic one is like ordering pizza. And the place I get it from is like, I get it with like this chicken Caesar salad that's really good. But you're talking about $20 an order, and that really adds up. So, I made last weekend something, we talked about it on here, I think. French bread, like baguette pizza. You get a baguette, you cut it in half, put some tomato puree, mozzarella cheese, your own toppings, put it in the oven. Super, super tasty. And probably a lot healthier for you, making it fresh. I did that last week. And it cost me... Well, I got loads of mozzarella cheese and tomato puree left over, but the baguette was like 45p, which is like 70 cents. So the pizza cost probably like $1.50, and it was fresh, and it tasted really good. And that is the case with a lot of habits, I find. That it's about positive reinforcement. I don't want to go to the gym because I feel like trash. You go, you probably don't feel excellent, but then you start feeling good, and then you start doing it more and more knowing that you feel good. Same with eating healthy. Whereas when you feel trash, you're like, I'm just going to eat some trash food because it's a quick fix. And I remember there were times where I'd order pizza. I go, I want this right now, but I know I'm going to feel so depressed afterwards. And I'd eat it, and afterwards, as soon as I finished eating it, I was like, wish I hadn't done that. Bargain, man, Miles, way to go. But it's true, like, you know, if I start doing that now, that means I can have pizza once a week. And if it costs like $2 a week, that means in a month, what cost me $8 would normally cost me $80. You know? That's a huge, huge saving. Also, you should just go through your accounts, everyone, and just look at what subscriptions you've got, what you're paying for. What I like doing is if I subscribe to something like Netflix, I subscribe to it and I instantly cancel it. So once the month is over, I have to intentionally go back on there to do it again. Positive self-talk is amazing. I talk about it a lot with vitamin G. Before I go to bed and my head hits the pillow, I think about things. And do you know what? The last few nights I've been, funnily enough, I've actually been doing one thing that I never normally do, which is I game in bed. But I lie on my back and I'm playing a game on my phone. I'm playing something called, does anyone know, called Clover Pit? Does anyone know of Clover Pit? So there's a game called Balatro, which is amazing, which is the roguelike deck building poker game. Well, Clover Pit is that, but it's for a slot machine. So it's a slot machine roguelike game. I bought it for like £5 on my phone. So I play a round of it every night. So I'll be lying on my back on bed doing it. The reason I say you shouldn't do it is psychology. The only time you should be lying in bed is to sleep. Your brain creates an association with going to sleep. Oh, I'm lying on bed. Right, it's time to sleep. It's why if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep, don't lie. Go up, do something else. You can lie elsewhere, but don't do it. So once you come back to sleep, it's ready for sleep again. Despite playing this every night in bed, my sleep app says I've been doing good. I mean, last night was the worst at 80%. I mean, normally I do a lot better than that, 80%. But then, 96, 99, 94, 67, 98. Like, the last week I've been doing so good with sleep. I've also, and I think it's also because I've just slowed down with, like, I've not been doing as much live streaming, which is pretty full on. It's going to pick up next week, but I'm going to be off work. And yeah, I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling good about it. So all these habits, just think about the spinning plates. Not all these things that are going well for me now are going to keep going well. So yeah. There we go. Refer to Myles Dyer episode 197, things not to do to get a good night's rest. Was that the one where I talked about sleep? Or was it a funny episode? Oh no, it was a Q&A one. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. It's that whole chicken or egg thing. Bad mental health leads to bad sleep. Bad sleep doesn't impact your mental health. It's tough. $5 for Clover Pit. Yeah, so I paid £5. So if you like Balatro, The other thing I would say about Clover Pit was, as I started playing it, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, but like, it's that whole thing of, there are some games that you get to the end, you like have a really long run, and you're like, okay, that was good. Do I really want to start again? It's probably not going to be as good as that. But then as you start unlocking perks, I think it's kind of cool, and you start learning the mechanics and stuff. I actually just rolled credits on it, because you can roll credits on this game. But there's an alternate ending that I'm now going to play towards. So yeah, check it out. Let me know. Oh, you tried that game but haven't put too much time in it. Yeah. It's yeah, I didn't put a lot. I just play a game here. Balatro, I spent a lot more time in, and I do actually want to get back to it. The only reason I didn't buy Balatro on my phone is because I feel like if I play it, I want to be playing it on my PlayStation to unlock trophies. It's a big game. Super, super good. There you go. So, interesting. But that is because it can be a part of your routine. I'm lying on my back. And also, I don't sleep on my back. Sometimes I do. When I had a bad back, I did. I sleep on my side. So I don't game on my side. I don't get... I think that's the thing. I'm not gaming in the position that I'd be sleeping. I think that's where it would run bad. Journaling is good, yeah. Journaling is very good. Maybe I should do a bit of that this year. By the way, did everyone... Did anyone here see my end of year video that I put on my YouTube shorts? Those videos always take me like a good couple of days to do. My inner vlog shell. I talked about it on the end of year one because I was about to work on it. They always take a long way to go because I have to look through my year, take out all the highlights, then get videos and graphics for each of them, and then plot it on a timeline and fit it into 3 minutes. It takes a long time to do. Okay, some of you saw it. The reason I bring it up is not only I was really proud of the video and how it turned out. It was cool looking back, but it was also because it was my second best performing vertical video out of the last 10. It did like 11,000 in 24 hours. It was insane. I couldn't believe it. I was like, those videos, firstly, I make them for myself. They're like a time capsule. I was like, I don't, you know. And then secondly, it's going to maybe mean something to those of you that support me and, you know, watch me. That's cool. But for anyone else who doesn't know me, are they really going to care? But, and also, like, the average watch time of it was 18%, which means the average person watches, like, less than a fifth of it. Which normally would mean your video doesn't get sent out to more people. Whereas all my other videos that did less views were like anything between 80% and 120. 120% means the average person watches it through and then the first fifth again. So yeah, Balatro. I think we were talking internally at Flat to VR Studios about, like, you know, we always talk about IPs bringing to VR, and I think that's one that we talk about. It'll be very cool. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. Crave says, my memory is terrible. I think I did. I mean, I could play it now quickly before we wrap up. Yeah, watching retention is an important part. So just so you know, watching retention is a big indicator on content because, look, what are social media companies trying to do? They want to make sure that people are spending as much time on their platform as possible. So if you make content where the average person watches 5 seconds then clicks off, well, that's not good content. They're watching some content that they're watching again and again and again on a short, and they're watching average for, like, you know, whether they're watching like a 20-second YouTube short 3 times or they're watching one short all the way through for a minute, the latter probably would serve better. Yeah. Thank you. I didn't save that question from earlier. Oh, and Kill Artist, thank you so much for the super chat. I missed that. I'll bring that up in just a moment. How are my family doing? My family are doing great. I think I told this story on New Year's Eve. Did I talk about it on VR? I'm also going to talk about it on Without Pro on Friday, so a lot of you are going to get sick of hearing me talk about this. So I will try and keep it concise. So Christmas 2024, I bought my parents a Meta Quest 3. And the reason I did it was they like VR when they play it, but they're playing it when I bring it over. You have a go for a little bit. They get frustrated with the controls. It's sort of like, you know, trying to get used to it. If you give someone a headset, they can spend time with it without an audience, get used to the UI, get used to the language of VR. So that happened, and they've been playing games all year round, and it's been great. The Christmas just gone, I bought my brother a Meta Quest 3 headset, which meant that when I was over at Christmas, we had 2 VR headsets, the 2 that I bought, one for my parents, one for my brother. I have a Meta Quest 3 headset, gave that to my parents so both of them could wear one. So that's 3 of them, and then I had my PSVR 2. And together, we played Walkabout Mini Golf. But it also turned out that my auntie had bought a Meta Quest 3 because her and her other half play VR when they come and visit. They bought one in November. So they joined us for Walkabout Mini Golf over Christmas. Everyone had such a good time in Walkabout Mini Golf that my parents ordered another Meta Quest 3. So they both had a headset each. And my auntie ordered another headset so her and her other half. So that means that when my brother, my parents, my auntie and her other half, and me are playing, 6 players. And we play Walkabout Mini Golf pretty much every evening at 7 p.m. We do a round. And it's amazing. It's so good. And especially because my parents got me into gaming at a young age and then really didn't game for 20 years. My mum does a bit of mobile gaming. This really feels like a full circle moment, and it's really wonderful to spend time with my parents in VR, like playing. And my dad's getting his VR legs, so when RoboQuest VR comes out on Quest this year, he's going to be jumping in and with multiplayer. That's going to be fun to play together. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Also, we've got Wrath Aeon of Ruin coming out this year, coming out soon actually, which is a classic boomer shooter. The first games I played as a kid, my dad was playing, was like Doom and Duke Nukem, and this is a 3D Realms game, so that's going to be an awesome one to have my dad check out. There are PSVR 2 without parole today and tomorrow. Awesome, I'm excited. Is he doing a without parole show tomorrow? Like an extra one? Is there an event tomorrow? Oh, you like the bowling video? The bowling video is great. I've got some funny videos actually of my parents from the last week. I need to go through them and cut them out. Yeah, Quest 3 is awesome. It's a good one. Because we want VR to succeed on all platforms. But yeah. Right. Guys, we're at the top of the hour. I tried not to sniff too much on this, so thank you for bearing with me. Something I'm thinking of investing in this year for the studio is the Elgato teleprompter. Do you know about this? I'll show you this. It's just called the prompter. I love this. So, this is a teleprompter that you can put on your camera. It is. Oh, is it the Resident Evil showcase tomorrow? Awesome. So yeah, you put your camera behind it, and this is basically a screen. So it means that when I'm having guests on my show, I can put them here, where my hand is. So I'll be looking directly at the screen as I'm seeing them. And it also means if I want to do videos where I've got a bit of a script, I can have my notes in front of me as well. So I'm actually like looking at, this is going to be one of my investments this year. And they're small, they're tiny, they're super cute. Very, very cool. They have actually just released though, the extra large one. Yeah, extra large. Jesus Christ. Like that's you don't need it for a room like mine. I'm so close to the camera. But like, you know, that's a proper teleprompter. Teleprompters are fun. But yeah, it'll be good for that. It'll be good for that. So I'm looking forward to getting it. Anyway, I welcome everyone to share, as always, their vitamin Gs. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for in life? Is it a person? Is it a thing? Is it a place? I'll let everyone share their vitamin Gs in the chat. And while you do that, I will share on screen right now my inner vlog shell video. Actually, before I do that, had some photos come through from the Horror Game Awards. I am going to post them online. There you go, the Horror Game Awards. How about that? Very, very cool. Such a great event to be a part of. The awards were very, very cool. It was really fun. Really, really fun. Oh, and here's us looking scared. Love that photo. So good. Let me just bring them all back. Looking forward to it. But my inner vlog shell video. Let me have a look here. Yeah, let me play this. Man, this turned out so good. 2025 was the year I said yes to everything and then wondered why I was tired. It started with a Christmas gift that paid off in January. I bought my parents a Meta Quest 3 and watching them actually get into it was genuinely amazing. I ticked off my first Premier League match at Old Trafford. New shirt. United was shocking, but still a great day. February felt like a time machine. Trivium and Bullet for my Valentine at the O2 20 years on. Then I turned 38. And honestly, I had never felt better about my age. March was huge. I flew to Florida to stay with my good friend and colleague Eric. We prepped for the VR game showcase with 5 announcements. I then pitched for a promotion because I had found work that I truly believed in. And I got it. Then my first GDC in San Francisco and first driverless taxi. And I came home with a gift from a colleague that I wore for the rest of the year. Weeks later, back to America for the Game Cat meetup at PAX East, then a week at Cape Cod. I took my first week off in over a year in rural France. I slowed down and remembered what prolonged quiet feels like. Pokemon Go pulled me back in, and I attended its London event, reconnected with my friend Joe Beats, and caught 3 shinies in a row, because skill. Definitely not RNG. I found a song that sounds like my soul. 200th episode of Myles Dyer Live. Another VR game showcase with 4 more announcements. Flat to VR Studios meetup in London. Then Romania for some good food, drink, and rest. Late September, I started rebuilding my YouTube channel. Then November, somehow the year got even busier. Produced PlayStation VR 2 Day. Launched 4 games in a month, including V-Racer Hoverbike and RoboQuest VR. And then I burnt out. Hard. But I kept pushing through because that's what I do when I care, not self-care. December still had some magic though. I was invited to present at the Horror Game Awards 2025 and I had a wonderful Christmas with my family. But the burnout was there underneath it all. Depression creeped in, and as I record this, my back is in agony. I'm actually on painkillers right now. Poetic really. I carried a lot this year. Over 20 games launched, 200 live streams, and the wider world has been hard to hold mentally. Too many windows into every war zone. If I went quiet, it wasn't apathy, it was overload. So I tried to focus on what I could control, and on that front, I hit a lot of my goals this year. Promotion, check. See more friends, check. More live show guests, check. Work-life balance, absolutely not. The internet is an infinity machine. You can always do more. So next year, I'll focus on boundaries and taking breaks on purpose. So I'm going to start carrying less. I want to keep the work, keep the people, keep the moments that refill the tank. And when my body says enough, I'm going to listen the first time. So to everyone out there who has been part of my year, thank you. And if you're feeling stretched thin too, I hope you get to put something down in 2026. Happy New Year. Ta-da! It was cool. Really nice. By the way, there's a lot of things that come at you very quick in that. If anyone is curious, I mentioned there was a song that I found that sounds like my soul. It's because I didn't have I didn't know the best way of explaining it. I've just got the link for it on YouTube. It's a 3-minute track. Have a listen. It's called Floating Island by Dimension 32. The reason I word it like that was when I was listening to it, I was like, oh my God, if I could like describe what my soul feels like in music form, this is basically it. Like, this is how I feel. This is how my existence feels. And yeah, it's an absolutely stunning piece of music. So yeah, I put the link there. Floating Island by Dimension 32. God, I'd love to get him on the show actually at some point. Anyway, wrapping up, but want to just make sure that let's have a look here. Let's have a look at all your vitamin Gs. Sorry, everyone. And then I know I've got a super chat to read as well. Oh my goodness, I've lost. Oh, here we go. Here are the vitamin Gs. Here are the vitamin Gs. Cali Time Cat says, being able to keep relatively healthy despite all the challenges, more difficult in the winter. That is definitely true. In terms of people, my mum has always encouraged healthy eating, so I really appreciate that. That's good. Jason says, Vitamin G is finding a new school and getting back to jiu-jitsu. 10th Planet is really the best school in town. I've learned more in 6 weeks than I did in 5 years at the last. That's incredible. When you get into those flows with those places, that's awesome. Vitamin G, my knee problems finally getting better now. Glad to hear that. Mad Vegan says, I know I complain about it, but thankful for a huge PSVR 2 backlog rather than a drought. Yeah, and there's more games coming this year. So, yeah. Right, I don't think I've missed anything else. Cool. Keep them coming in, though. And just finally with the super chat, the Kill Artist, thank you so much, dude. Very, very kind. I just finished my first goal of 2026. I just beat Arcanage like 1 minute ago. Wait, where's the cheer? Did you hear that in the background? It's there. Now on to getting on with this year's artwork finished. Oh, that's awesome, dude. No, very, very congrats on that. I do need to get back to Arcanage. That's definitely something on the backlog. But yeah. All right, everyone. Going to wrap it up there. Let me know in the comments section below. What do you do for the new year? Are you going to try the bingo card? I'm going to do the bingo card thing, but I'm also going to come up with some specific goals, like listing stuff. But I think the bingo card is great. My friend was really good to highlight that to me. So anyway, take good care of yourselves. I'm going to go off and sniffle my nose elsewhere. I was trying not to do it as much as possible in here. And also I want to get a good night's sleep because I need it. So much love to you. It's wonderful to be back. I look forward to doing Without Parole on Friday. And then back on with some VR gaming next week as well. I also got this really cool thing for Christmas. So, because I have a laptop here, so I can bring it downstairs and live stream, I have all these cables sticking in, you know, the camera, the Steam Deck, the microphone. Something I asked for was this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring it up. It's an Anchor, and it means now that I have everything plugged in. Oh, it's nice and warm and toasty. And it's one USB-C into my laptop, which means when I want to go downstairs, I just unplug the one thing now, go downstairs, and when I come back, the one plug in and everything. Every time it's normally like, where are the different cables? Don't have to worry about it now. It's the little things in life. It's the little things in life. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
Chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Nice. Nice. That was nice. It's nice to be nice to the nice. That's actually a quote from a movie. A movie that was meant to be terrible, but I actually really, really enjoyed it. I'm just going to see if I can Google it. Movie quote. It's nice being nice to the nice. Okay. That's a movie quote from MASH. That's not what I was thinking about. There we go. Let me have a look. I'm just having a look elsewhere. If I search the name of... Okay, no, it's on IMDb. Wait, if I search it there, it's nice being... Is it exactly that, or is it... Or is it, it's nice being nice to... Yeah. Okay, let me have a look. It's nice being nice to the nice. The nice guys. Titles? No, it doesn't actually come up. Oh well, you're never going to know. It was an old movie that I still have on DVD. Do you know, a close friend of mine bought me a Blu-ray for Christmas. And I realised I don't have a Blu-ray player. Funnily enough, wait, can... This is a stupid question. The PlayStation 5... can play Blu-rays, yeah? Yeah, okay. I sold him my PS5 when I got a PS5 Pro. So he's got my disc drive. I don't have a disc drive anymore because they'd sold out and I haven't got one for my PS5 Pro yet, which I could do. And I will do. Probably get it, although they're really expensive, right? So yeah, he bought me Her, H-E-R. I can't believe I've still never seen it, so I need to watch it. But yeah. Anyway, the movie that I was talking about was Monster Man. It was like a comedy horror movie that, for some reason, I just found was really hilarious and good fun. Yeah, they were sold out. They were sold out. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.